सदसे सदस्यपदये सभासदेभ्यश्च भारतीय विज्ञान संस्थायाः संस्कृतसङ्घेन आयोजिते अस्मिन् अष्टावधान कार्यक्रमे भवद्भ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सादरं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। अवधान कला कुमुदबान्धवालङ्कृत मस्तकस्य शङ्करस्य परिचयं कारयामि। डॉ.शङ्कर महोदयः पाश्चात्य वैद्यकीय पद्धत्यां प्राप्त स्नातकोत्तर पदवीः सम्प्रति दैशिक स्वास्थ्य सांप्रदाय पुनरुज्जीवन संस्थायां संशोधकत्वेन उद्योगं कुरुते। तथा च कर्नाटक शास्त्रीय संगीते भरतनाट्ये चित्रकलायां च कृतपरिश्रमः। किञ्च एतेषाम् अपेक्षया तस्य संस्कृत भाषा प्रौढिः काव्यरचना वैदुषी अभिजात पद्य निर्माण विद्या वैशालती च विस्मयावहाः इति नास्ति संशीतिकणिका। प्रायेण वर्तमाने भारते देशे ईदृशः अन्यः कोऽपि सहजकविः संस्कृतभाषायां नास्ति इति चेत् न कापि अतिशयोक्तिः। तस्य पद्यपाठवं माघबिल्हण श्रीहर्ष नीलकण्ठदीक्षितानां वैदुष्यं स्फोरयति। तथा च तस्य गद्यगुम्फनं बाणमपि रञ्जयति। तथापि परमविनयशीलोऽयं कविः स्वात्मन्येव संतृप्तः केवलं स्वान्तसुखाय कवयति वयति च वाणी विपञ्चिका प्रच्छादनीं शब्दार्थमयी कविताम् नात्र ख्याति लाभ पूजापेक्षा मनागते। कवनरचनावसरे लब्धम् आनन्दमेव सकल प्रयोजन मूलीभूतं मनुते तनुते च हृदि सुखविवरोऽयम्। अनेनैव हेतुना परम विलक्षणोऽयं वेदान्त परिपाक परिक्लुप्तः भारतीय आर्ष संवेदनायाः मूर्तिमान् आदर्श इव चकास्ति। न केनापि गुरुणा समासादित संस्कृत साहिती सुषमः कविरसौ नैकानि काव्यानि व्यतानि। तत्र अग्रतां मूलमर्हन्ति भारावतारस्तवः कलापिनी मालामाधवं चेति स्तोत्रकाव्यानि वैद्योपहासकलिका शौनकीयं चेति विडम्बनकाव्ये सीतापरिणयः चित्रणलीयं देवी दानवीयं भगवद्ध्यान शृङ्खला चेति दुष्कर चित्रकाव्यानि निपुणप्राघुणकम् इत्यनवद्यमधिहृत्यं भाणप्रकाररूपकम्। अन्यानि च बहूनि मुक्तकानि काव्यानि च विरचितानि विरचीयमानानि च सन्ति। किन्तु कुलवधूरिव समग्रापि शङ्करस्य कविता असूर्यं पश्येति निरीक्षुः सहृदयः सकौतुकम्। आशुकवितायामपि कोविदोऽसौ कविः अष्टावधानादिषु निपुणः। एवम् अद्यतनकालस्य अपवादभूतः अभिजातयुगस्य आलम्बनयष्टिः कविरसौ कस्य वा सभाजनं नार्हति। डॉ.शङ्कर महोदयं सादरं वेदिकायाम् उपरि आह्वयामि। कार्यक्रमे अस्मिन् अनन्तरं पृच्छकानाम् आह्वानं क्रमेण भविष्यति। निषिद्धाक्षरी पृच्छकत्वं निर्वोढुं प्रस्थितं प्राचार्यं के.एस्. कण्णन् महोदयं वेदिकामलङ्कर्तुं प्रार्थये। प्राचार्यः कण्णन् महोदयः नेशनल कलाशालायां संस्कृतविभागाध्यक्षः अस्ति। दत्तपदी पृच्छकाम् आरती महोदयां वेदिकायाम् उपरि आह्वये। समस्यापूर्णांशं निर्वोढुं प्रस्थितं श्रीश महोदयं वेदिकायाम् उपरि आह्वयामि। चित्रकवित्वपृच्छकः श्रीमान् वासुकिः वेदिकाम् अलङ्कर्तुं प्रार्थ्यते। संख्याबन्धपृच्छकम् अस्माकं संस्कृतसङ्घस्य कार्यदर्शिनं प्रसादम् आह्वयामि वेदिकायाम्। काव्यवाचनपृच्छकं दीपक परमशिवन् महोदयं वेदिकायाम् आह्वयामि। आशुकवित्व अंशं निर्वोढुं प्रस्थितं डॉक्टर रंगनाथ महोदयं वेदिकायाम् उपरि आह्वयामि। अप्रस्तुत प्रसंगं निर्वोढुं प्रस्थितं शतावधानिनं डॉक्टर गणेश महोदयं। एषः कार्यक्रमः ज्योतिप्रज्वलनेन आरभ्यते। ज्योतिप्रज्वलनं कर्तुम् अवधानिनं प्रार्थये। प्रार्थनां कर्तुं दीपक परमशिवन् महोदयं।
अनंत चिद्रूपमयं गणेशम् अभेद भेदादि विहीनमाद्यम् अनंत चिद्रूपमयं गणेशम् अभेद भेदादि विहीनमाद्यम् हृदि प्रकाशस्त्यधरं स्वधीस्तु तमेकदन्तु शरणो व्रजामः। यं योगिनं योगबलेन साध्यं कुर्वन्ति तं कस्तबलेन स्तोति अतः प्रमाणेन सुसिद्धिदोस्तु तमेकदन्तं शरणं व्रजामः। शरणं व्रजामः शरणं व्रजामः।
उद्बोध्य वेदिकां समर्प्य अहं विरमामि। धन्यवादः।
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे। A very good morning for all the Rasikas assembled here. For the convenience of those who cannot understand Sanskrit, I shall be describing and delineating my poems, mostly in English.
Before that, not as a Prasanga, I request the Rasikas to come closer. Why you run away?
Brief introduction to what Avadhana itself is. Avadhana is an ancient Indian art form, a literary game which has its origin in court poetry. The person who performs Avadhana is called an Avadhani, and the Pandits who pose questions to him are called the Prichakas. An Avadhani needs to have 3 dhakaras under his control: Dharana, Dhairya and Dhara. Dhara refers to the flow of poetry. Dharana is his retentive capacity, his retentive memory, and Dhairya is courage. According to the number of Prichakas, an Avadhana is either an ashTAvadhAna, a shatavadhana, a sahasravadhana, dvisahasravadhana, sometimes even panchasahasravadhana. Though it is not always possible to get 5,000 Prichakas. Usually in panchasahasravadhana, the questions are divided among the available Prichakas. The 5,000 questions are divided among the available Prichakas. But the most commonest type of Avadhana is the ashTAvadhAna, where there are 8 Prichakas. The program usually lasts for about 3 to 4 hours. There are 4 rounds in an ashTAvadhAna, and in each round the Pandits pose part of a question. Pandits pose the question and the Avadhani replies to part of these questions. In this particular Avadhana, we have the following Vibhagas. The first Vibhaga is Nishedhakshari. This Nishedhakshari's Vibhaga is being taken over by K.S. Kannan. I have few introductory verses as I introduce them. Esha Kannan Mahabhago Nishedhakshara Prichakaha Prakrita Kevalam Namna Samskruto Gunavistarayiti. This is Kannan Mahabhaga, who is the Prichaka for Nishedhakshara. Kannan is the Prakritized form of Krishna. Prakrita also means someone who is a commoner, who is uncultured. Prakrita Kevalam Namna, but our Kannan is Prakrita only in his name. By his gunas, by his merits, he is Samskruta, the most civilized. The second Vibhaga is Dattapadi. In the first Vibhaga, Nishedhakshari, the Avadhani is given a topic and prevented from using specific letters at each move. For example, if the Nishedhakshara Prichaka asks me to compose a poem on, let us say, Ganapati, I come out with the letter G. He immediately comes to know that I will be using the most probable next letter is N, because Ganapati is the commonest name for Ganesha. So he prevents me from using N. I tell Gaja, anticipating to use Gajamukha, which is immediately caught by the Nishedhakshara Prichaka. He asks me not to use the letter M. I tell Gajava, because I want to use the word Gajavadana. Then immediately the Nishedhakshara Prichaka tells me not to use the. Then there is another word for Vadana, Vaktra. Vaktra also means the face. So I use Gajavaktra. In this way, at every letter, at every step, I am prevented by the Nishedhakshara Prichaka from using a particular syllable. The second Vibhaga is Dattapadi. And today, the Prichika for Dattapadi is Arati. I welcome her with the verse Datum Chatushpadin Siddha Kavitamboja Shatpadi Bharati Bhagini Seyam Arati Bhagini Seyam Bharati Dhyana Tatpara. She is Kavitamboja Shatpadi, the Brahmara, the bee that hovers in the lotus of poetry. Though she is a Shatpadi, she has come to give me a Chatushpadi. Chatushpadi is a four letters. A group of 4 letters is called Chatushpadi. Chaturnam Padanam Samahara Chatushpadi. Arati, she is Bharati Dhyana Tatpara, always immersed in serving the goddess Saraswati. In Dattapadi, the Pritchaka gives 4 letters, 4 words, and in 4 rounds I have to use those particular 4 words. Usually the words are such that they are not connected with the topic. For example, once I had given Dr. Ganesh the topic of Vishnu saving Gajendra, and he had to use 4 words: cycle, car, van and lorry, in 4 different padas. My parihara was Makara Krishtanam Ikshisai Kalabhanam Pratas Saroja Viramakara Makara Krishtanam Ikshisai Kalabhanam. There is cycle. Makara Krishtanam Ikshisai Kalabhanam Pratas Saroja Viramakara Neemenu Tagajendra Nore Vyalari Vaham Vyalari. There is Lari. Vyalari Vaham Prakama Karalastra Sanatham Agamisidam Bhavyananam Bhavyana. There is Vyan. Bhavyananam Bhaktadamake Arati Drumakunjaram Muraharam Karmodadam Tapkadim. Kar. So, such words which do not go easily with the topic are given. Usually the words are from a different language itself. The third Pritchaka is Shrisha, who is the Pritchaka for Samasya, Samasya Purana. I welcome him with a poem. Shanke Shrishasya Padena Samasya Swarnadi Sruta Pratibhana Shirah Pudam Shankarasya Bhavishyati. Shrisha will be giving me a pada. Pada is a single line of a poem, single foot of a poem, and I will have to complete the remaining 3 foot in such a way that any incongruity which is present in this particular foot is removed. The foot could have some illogical statement. It could be something which is very obscene also, and I will have to complete the remaining 3 lines of the poem in such a way that this illogicality or this obscenity is removed. The poem actually means Shrishasya Padena Samasya Swarnadi Srita. From Shrisha's Pada. Pada is 1 line of the poem. It also means from his foot. Samasya Swarnadi Srita. Shrisha is Vishnu. Samasya Swarnadi Srita. You know that the Ganges was born from the foot of Vishnu. From the foot of this, our Shrisha, Samasya Swarnadi is born. The Ganges of Samasya is born. And that Samasya will surely adorn the Pratibhana Shira of Shankara. Pratibha is like Neshras, and Pratibhana Shira will be Puta. It will become purified by the waters in the form of Samasya emanating from the Pada of Shrisha. The next Vibhaga is Vasukis. This Vibhaga is that of Chitrakavya. Here, a subject is given and lot of constraints are put on the Avadhani. There are different types of Chitrakavyas possible. Like, for example, he might ask me to compose a verse on Lord Krishna using just 3 syllables. There is one poem, Navendu Vadanam Vande Vrindavana Vinodinam Devam Danavadavanam Vanadam Nandanandanam. This is a Trakshari, having only 3 letters, Na, Va and Da. There are several types of Chitrakavya, and I am not sure what Vasuki has in his mind. I feel he might have a Nagabandha in his mind, being Vasuki.
He's a psychology doctor.
I welcome him with this verse. Avadhana Payorashehe Chamatkara Sudharasam Vasuke Chitrabandhaste Kimadre Nodharishyati. From the Payorashi of Avadhana, from the milky ocean of Avadhana, Chamatkara Sudharasam. Chitrakavya is responsible for Chamatkara, for causing wonder. Chamatkara Sudharasam. Wonder itself is like an amrita. born out of the milky ocean of Avadhana. For that, can this nectar be born without the help of Vasuki? Chitrabandha means both the Vibhaga which Vasuki is entrusted with, and it also means the peculiar way in which he is trained for journey. The next Prichaka is ashTAvadhAna Prichaka, Sri Ranganatha. ashTAvadhAna is a Vibhaga where a particular topic is given in each round, and I have to compose a complete verse. While I give one line for all those Prichakas sitting on my right, for the ashTAvadhAna Prichaka I have to give an entire verse. So I will be composing 4 verses throughout the Avadhana. There will not be many constraints. I hope so. Vipashchit Ranganathosav ashTAvadhAnasya Prichakah Yad Vashyah Shankarah Kuryat ashTAvadhAnam Sabhajanam. Ranganatha has come as a Prichaka for ashTAvadhAna, and composing poems for him, Shankara will make the Sabhajana Ashutosha. Ashutosha is also one of the names of Shankara. Ashutosha also means one who is immediately glad, because I will be giving the entire verse.
Without much pain.
The next Prichaka is Kavita, Kavyavachana Prichaka. That Vibhaga is entrusted to Deepak from Indian Institute of Science. Here, famous verses, Rasavat verses, which are full of sentiments, are sung by the Prichaka, and I have of great poets, and I have to explain reference to context to those poems. Pracham samskruta padyanam navinyam pratipadayan karotu gana madhurya deepaka paramam shivam. He is also Deepak Paramam Shivam. So Deepaka Paramam Shivam Karotu. Let him bring about Mangalata. Let him bring about auspiciousness in the Sabha by his Gana Madhuri.
You are making the old classics afresh and brand new.
Because
Pracham Samskruta Kavyana
Navinyam Pratipadaya. The next Prichaka is Sankhya-bandha Prichaka, Prasad, also from Indian Institute of Science. Sankhya-bandha prasadena dhara vignaya kalpitaha mama kavya adhvapantasya vishranti drumatam bhaje. Sankhya-bandha is a magic square. A particular three-digit number will be given at the start of the Avadhana, and the Prichaka will be disturbing me in between when I am engrossed in giving poems to the other Prichakas. He will ask what is the number in the third row, third column. I will have to give a number, and at the end of the program, however we count the squares, the same result has to come, the number which has been given at the beginning of the program, beginning of the Avadhana. I hope it does not cause vigna to my dhara, and it becomes a tree for rest in between my travel as an Avadhani. The last Prichaka, Ganesha. It's difficult to compose a poem in praise of him because he means so much to me. Kim vadami Ganeshasya vacho niryanti no mukhat. What facet of Ganesh can I put forth in front of this Sabha? Vacho niryanti no mukhat. Words don't emanate from my mouth. I am short of words. Kavyam aprastuta alavo yena shrotra vinamama. If he were not to be, he is the aprastuta prasanga Prichaka today. If he were not to be there, my kavya itself would be aprastuta prasanga. Is also entrusted with disturbing the concentration of the Avadhani. He is free to ask questions in between, for which I have to give humorous answers. So this is a short description of the Avadhana, and different vibhagas of Avadhana. I shall begin my Avadhana with few invocatory verses. The first invocatory verse is in praise of Goddess Saraswati. Namad Amarendra Mauli. Namad Amarendra Mauli Makutojjvala Ratna Marichi Manjari. Milita Padambujam Bhajata Kamapi Kamadugam Manishinam. Yadamadadeha Kanti Kanika Upachitya Srijatya Samshayam. Kumuda Marala Kunda Kusumendu Mukhani Chaturmukha Puman. Goddess Saraswati is known for her white lustre. The four-faced Brahma probably must have collected atoms of her lustre and created Kumuda, the lily, Marala, the swan, Kunda, the jasmine, and Indu, the moon. To such a goddess I pay my homage. The second poem is in praise of literature in general. Language. Aruhya Panditayam Bhavanti Hastavacheya Shastrapalaha. Aruhya Panditayam Bhavanti Hastavacheya Shastrapalaha. Shabdadrumaya Tasmai Pranava Prathamankuraya Namaha. The Shabdadruma, the language itself is like a tree, climbing onto which Hastavacheya Shastrapalaha Panditaha Bhavanti. The Pandits pick the fruits of various Shastras, and for this tree of language, Pranava is its first sprout. Avadhana Kalavalli Vasantan Naumi Prichakan Swatasara Pradurasti Aduktishu. Prichakas are like the Vasanta for the Avadhana Kalavalli. Avadhana Kala itself is like a creeper, and the Prichakas are like different springs for this creeper. And in their Uktishu, Yaduktishu, Sarasvata Saraha Swataha Pradurasti. Swataha Sarasvata Saraha Pradurasti. The very essence of goddess of poetry, the very essence of goddess of language, Saraswati, is present in their words. This is my seventh Avadhana. Saptamam Avadhanam me Saptahayodayavadastu Bodhaya. This is my seventh Avadhana. Saptamam Avadhanam me Saptahaya Udaya. Saptahaya is Surya. Saptahaya Udayavat, like sunrise. Astu Bodhaya, let it keep you all awake. Let it also enlightenment. Kintu Sukyai Sammohanavat. Sukyai Sammohanavat, like Sammohanastra. Let it not bring you sleep. Sammohanastra is said to bring sleep. Sukyai Sammohanavat. Naptasya Purojanasya Rasikasya. Let it not bring sleep to this assembly of Rasikas. This is what I pray to Goddess Saraswati. With these introductory verses, I begin the Avadhana.
With the permission of Avadhani, I request all of you to switch off your mobiles. Thank you.
Before we entering into Prasanga, I think your mobile should not bring in a Prastuta Prasanga. And Mamasti Shankar, Avadhani, Tasmadiva, Akasmat, Ayavadhanasya Prarthana Krita Bhavata Arabde, Anyat Patyam Kritam, Anyadiyam Padyena Bhavata Prarthita. Kasmat, Evam Paravalambanam.
Etad aprastutam va aprastutam.
Arabda aprastuta prasanga
Yadi Martam iti cheti Sankhya Vandaha, Sankhya na datta. Ka Sankhya? 512.
मम प्रश्नानुत्तरिता उत्तारिता च
प्रायः भवान् गणेशः अतः गजवदनस्य स्तवनं कार्यमासीत्
न भवान् शङ्करः दक्षिणामूर्तेः प्रार्थनया आरब्धव्यः
शङ्कर एव स्वस्य प्रार्थनां कथं करोति
तत्र दक्षिणामूर्ति हयग्रीवयोः अभेदः प्रायः लक्ष्यते शङ्करेण। तत्र हयग्रीवस्यापि अष्टौ भेदाः भवन्ति, दक्षिणामूर्तेरपि अष्टौ भेदाः भवन्ति, ते च समाननाम्नः भेदाः, तस्मात् उभयोः ऐक्यं प्रदर्शयितुम् उभयोरपि विद्यादेवतारीत्या ऐक्यम् इति दर्शयितुं प्रायः शङ्करेण तदेव सूचितवती मन्ये।
आर्षेण श्लोकेन तेन प्रार्थना कृता, तस्मात् नवीनेन श्लोकेन इति। अन्ये सर्वेपि श्लोकाः नूतनतया समुत्पादिताः। तत्तु अवधानस्य आरम्भार्थं प्रार्थना वा?
स्वस्य पद्ये प्रत्ययः न भवति वे?
I will try to just give you the gist of whatever has been said so far. Dr. Ganesh raised this question almost subjectively. So, as to why Shankar begins Prarthana verses with a prayer to Hayagriva rather than to Dakshinamurti, because he is Shankara. So,
Even
like
it's from some others.
yeah. Shankar could have composed his own poem because his flow is very spontaneous and he could compose poems extempore. And why he had to choose another composition? And Shankar replied that after all, Shankara should not praise Shankara himself. Dakshinamurti is also, say for example, he said, why not on Dakshinamurti or whatever. So, and I said that Dakshinamurti and Hayagriva are ultimately the same, because in iconography we find, in Shilpa Shastra and so on, we find that the same divisions of Hayagriva and Dakshinamurti are given the same appellations and same epithets and descriptions and so on. So that way, the prayer to the Vidyadi Devatas has been done, and I think we can commence my talk.
From another point of view also.
Even from another point of view also, we have a traditional stanza which says that Krutetu Dakshinamurtihi Tretayam Guru Dattakaha Dvapare Vyasa Rupascha Kalau Shri Guru Shankaraha. Therefore, whoever was Dakshinamurti in Kruta Yuga is the same as Shankara in Kali Yuga.
Oh, I am the same Shankara.
Are you facing certain direction?
He is facing music now.
I am facing the southern direction, but Yamas are here.
Everybody's role has been amply introduced by Dr. Shankar in brief, so I don't have to explain my own role. I straight away pose the problem to him. Do you want some explanation in Kannada also? I think most of you, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬೆರಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಅವಧಾನ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಗೇಮ್ ಹಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಆಸ್ವಾದನೆ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಬೋಧವಾಗೋದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಬಾಧವಾಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಿಷೇಧಾಕ್ಷರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಥ ವೃತ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣವನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ. ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಿಷೇಧ ಹೇಳಿ ತೊಂದರೆಯನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಿಷೇಧಾಕ್ಷರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೀಟರ್ಗಳಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದನ್ನ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗೂ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಹಾಕೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೇಕ್ಷಕರ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬಾ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಕ್ಕು ಮೊದಲು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾದಂತಹ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಚಿತ್ರ ಬರೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಿತ್ರ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೊನೆಯ ತನಕ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಚಿತ್ರ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅತ್ಯದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಂತಹ ಚಿತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಬಿಡುವಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇವರು ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಮೊದಲು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ಆರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮಧ್ಯಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಬೋರ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ವೃತ್ತವನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಹಾಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವೃತ್ತವನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಪೇಪರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯವನ್ನು ಅವರು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೈ ದ ವೇ, ಐ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ give you a clear caution right at the beginning that there is absolutely no match fixing. So we have not given him any hint about what I am going to ask him. So ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವರು ರೈಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಲೆಫ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಲೀನ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ರೈಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್.
Opportunists. Yes, Baba. All these are vegetarian Babas.
So if they want support from the left, they turn leftists, and if they want some votes from the other side, they turn rightists. And therefore, regarding our politicians, I want him to compose a shloka in the Bhujanga Prayata meter. Because in the Bhujanga Prayata meter, so you find that the slithering motion of the snake sometimes towards left and then towards the right and so on is repeated, and therefore.
And Bhujanga also means
yes.
A voluptuous person,
Yes.
A loose character person.
So.
And Bhujanga Prayata is very crooked in movement.
And therefore, I request the Avadhani to compose a verse in the Bhujanga Prayata meter describing the politicians of today.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಭುಜಂಗವೇ ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವಧಾನಿಗಳೇ. ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಈ ಭುಜಂಗವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊರಡಿಸ್ತೀರಾ?
ಈ ಭುಜಂಗವನ್ನ
ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಭುಜಂಗವನ್ನ
ಕೌಟಿಲ್ಯದಿಂದ
ಜುಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ. ಯುಕ್ತ ಕೇಶಾಯ ನಮಃ ಅಂತ ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಂಕರ್ನ ಕೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ದೀಪಕ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ,
ಶಶಿಕರ್.
ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೋ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಲಮ್. Third row, third column is 102.
I request the gathering also, if you have any questions coming to the realm of Apostolic Prasanga, come with the bits, so that if I find time for them, and depending upon the suitability, I will be giving it to Avadhana.
Those of you who have attended Avadhanas earlier will know the pattern of the questions that will be raised by the Apostolic Prasangin, and those who have not attended Avadhanas can watch for a few minutes and you will get the flavor of that, and you can also send questions. He has given the first letter as Ku. So for the meter, for the verse in the Bhujanga Prayata meter.
Bhujanga Prayata is a meter of 12 syllables having 4 yaganas. Yagana means
Yamana,
1 lagu, 2 gurus.
He has given the letter Ku, and I must anticipate what next letter he may give and block that. I will block Ta.
Ta. Ra. Kura.
Oh, he seems to be good in
ನಾಯಿ
the Quran.
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ನಾಯಿಗಳ.
Kura.
ಕುರಾನ್. ನಾನು ಏನೋ ಕುರಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಆ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕುರಿತು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಕುರಾಜತ್ವ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತರ್ಬೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. Therefore, ಜಾಬ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್, ಜಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಷೇಧ. So he has brought this letter conjunct consonant. So what I was trying to avoid is already achieved. So Quran bhi.
ನೀವು ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಂಘ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ರಾಜರ ಸಂಘ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಈಗ